Hey guys, and welcome to this fourth video in the Python programming tutorial for beginners. In this video I'm going to talk about operators and booleans in Python and how they work. Like, I'll show you examples with the different types of operators you can use in Python and also the operators and booleans together. So let's jump into the Jupyter notebook. We're now on the computer again and we opened up the command prompt to open up our Jupyter notebook. We're typing in Jupyter notebook, and it will open up the web page with our directory. So we go down to Python basic tutorial, and in this video we're going to talk about operators and conditions in Python. So we go into that notebook, and first of all we're going to talk about arithmetic operators, which is just like the basic math operators. So in the first example here I'll just clear the cells again and clear the output. In the first example here we have addition, where we just have the result is equal to 2 plus 3, and we can print it out and it will be 5. We can also do subtraction, where we have a 2 minus 1, which will print out a 1. And then we have multiplication and we have exponentiation. So this one is multiplication, and if we have two of the times symbols, it will be exponentiation. So if we print out these two results, we know that 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, and if we exponent 3 and 3 and 2, we'll get 8, because then it's 2 times 2 times 2, so it's 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 2 it'll be 8. And then we also have division, where we just divide these two numbers. We divide 6 by 2.1, and then we could do floor division, which is just like we divide and then we round down. We also have modulus, which is we divide 6 by 2, and then the output will be the rest from the division. And I'll just print it out so I can show you the example. So here first we have the division, where we get this floating point number, and if we do the same with the floor division, it will round down the value to 2.0. And the modulus here, it will be it can go up in 6, 2 can go up in 6 3 times, so there's no rest. So the modulus would be 0 in this case, and in this case 4 can only go up in 6 like one time, and then the rest is 2. So that's the result down here for division, floor division, modulus operators in Python. Then we also have some assignment operators, which is just the operators we just talked about, and then we can assign values to it at the same time. So if we, for example, use plus equal operator in the code, so it's a plus equals to 10, then it equals to writing a equals a plus 10. So it's just like a shorter notation, but it means the same. So an example is down here. We have a equals 2, and then we take a equals a plus 2, and then we have b equals 2, and then b plus equals 2. So it will give the same result, but it's just a different way to type it out. Then we have bitwise operators, where if we have a bit stream or a binary number, we can use bitwise AND function like this. If we have a binary number, we type 0b to get a binary number, and then 1 1 0 1, and then 3 1s and a 0. And when we do the bitwise AND, we'll just take it one by one. So if we AND a 1 and a 1, it will be a 1, and if we AND a 0 and a 1, it will be a 0. So in this case, C, if we print out C and we AND the A and B, we will get 1 1 0 0, because these two will be a 1, and then the rest will be zeros. And we can use this function to get it out in binary numbers as well. So if we didn't use the bin function, it will just print out 12, which is the binary number when we AND these two get together. Then we also have the bitwise OR, where when we OR 2 bits, if both are 1, it will be a 1, and if it's a 1 and a 0, it will be a 1. And in the only case it will be 0 if both is a 0. So in this case, if we print this one out, it will be a 1 1 1, this as well, and then the last one will be a 0 when we OR 2 zeros together. We can also do the bitwise XOR, and then if we have 2 1s, it will be a 0, and then if we have a 1 and a 0, it will be a 1, and so on. So if we or XOR these numbers together, first we'll get a 0, a 1 here, and then because we have 2 1s and it's an XOR compared to the OR where it would have been a 1, but in this case it's an XOR, so 1 and 1 will be a 0, and then we have 1 here, 1 0, and then 2 zeros in the end, which will result in a 0. So we get this binary number by XORing these two bits, binary numbers. Then we can also I'll just print it out, so we get it's a bitwise XOR. So in this case we can also like do the inverse, which is the not function here. So it will just be inverting this bit and taking the 1's complement, which means that it will be a negative number, and we will add a 1 to the left here, and then invert the rest of the bits, which we had here. We had 4 1s, and then we'll get 4 zeros here, and add a 1 to the left of the bit stream here, and the result will be minus 16 if we don't take the binary number. It's also possible to left shift a binary number here in Python, where if we just start by printing it out, it will be, in this case it's a 5, and then we left shift this binary number by 1, and then we will get the 1 will go from here to here, and this one will go to here. So it's what's printed out here. And if we print out the result when we have left shifted it by 1, we can see that it is the same as multiplying by 2. So if we left shift a binary number by 1, it's the same as multiplying by 2, which leads us to the right shifting in Python as well, where we just take the bits and move 1 to the right in this case. And if we print it out, we can see that the first one will be 6, and then we right shift these 2 1s to the right, so it will be 3, and it is the same as dividing by 2 when we right shift binary numbers in Python and also other languages, but this is specified for Python. We can also have comparison operators and conditions, where in this case we have a equals 3 and b equals 2, and then we can have an equal operator where here we check if these two variables are the same, and then we can use the operators in conditions to, for example, if statements that we will talk about in later videos, where in this case if a equals b, it will print out true, else it will print out false. So in this case it is false, a is not equal to b. And we can also have the not equal operator, which is if a is not equal to b, and in this case it will print out true because these two numbers are not equal. We can also have the greater than operator, where a has to be greater than b, and if a is greater than b, it will print out true. So in this case it's true, so it's the greater than operator. And we also have the it's the same this one, so and the less than operator, it will just be flipping this symbol, so it's a is less than b, it will print out true or else false. In this case it's false. And then we also have the greater than or equal operator and less than or equal operator, which is just the same, but if the two numbers are equal to each other, it will also print out true, and in this case it is true. So in this case a and b is not equal to each other, and a is smaller than b, so in this case a is still larger than b, so it will print out false. And then we also have membership operators, where we can just check, like in the previous video where we talked about strings and searching in strings, or checking if a string contains in another string. So in this case we have a string here, and we can print out, it will either return true or false if the string is in the string. So we print out coding, we print out true if coding is in this string, and it is in this case it is, so we'll print out true. And just for another example here, we can also use the membership operator not in. So in this case we're checking if the cloud is not in this string, and in this case it is true because it is not in this string. So we can also use membership operators in Python, and we're going to use a lot of these operators when in later videos where we're doing loops and if statements and so on, and then we're probably also going to use a lot of assignment operators and arithmetic operators, and also maybe a little bit of bitwise operators. But it's just good to know like the overall basic stuff about all the operators in Python. So that's it for this video, guys. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification under the video here for more videos in the future, and also just to help me grow the channel. So see you in the next video, guys. Bye.